Now, when you're sitting here in CGTN, which is a news media based headquartered in Beijing, are you, many people would wonder, trying to do propaganda for China?
No. I mean, there's a lot of things that I don't necessarily agree with, China about. There's, nothing's perfect. But my opinion is that overall, the current government of China is just improving things year after year after year, right? The GDP is going up, people's life expectancy, everything is getting better and better and better. And yet, when I look to some, sites on the West and some media companies, I get the opposite feeling. I get the feeling that, oh, everything's dark and gloomy and horrible and all these bad things are happening. And so I feel somewhat responsible for some of that, right? I come from that culture, I come from America, and I feel in some ways that people have been complacent and sort of let this get out of hand. And so what I want to do is try to correct some small piece of it.
Having said that, though, what do you think will be the next step for Hong Kong as someone, just an observer, coming from certainly a very different culture and a very different country, particularly about the young people? The topics about young people actually is topic worldwide. So as a young member of a young generation yourself, I would say, what do you make of the discussions about the fate of the young people, the future of the young people?
Yeah, that's definitely a big issue because, one of the things that people don't really realize or think about with Hong Kong is that when it became a British colony was during the Qing dynasty. And then when it came back...
The last feudal dynasty of China, but that was hundreds of years ago.
Exactly. And then when it finally came back to China was already the new China. And so they kind of, all the younger people in that entire generation, they must feel like they missed out on something. They missed out on the revolution, they missed out on the Civil War, or whatever developments happened that entire time. And so there's this sort of angst, and this is speculation, there's this sort of angst where they feel somewhat detached. And I think that the government probably already is, but needs to take a good look at how do we, move forward. This is them talking. How do we move forward with linking back up to the young people in Hong Kong?